Yeah, hi there. These comments are for DRD, and I am Michael Buckoff. I am an instructor here at California State University, San Bernardino. I also have an online TOEFL course called the 7-Step System to Pass the TOEFL IBT. I got an email from you earlier today. So let's take a look at your questions. So you say, I'm practicing TOEFL from your free online material after I did my best on the TOEFL exam that I have taken on December 5th, 2015. Now, my first recommendation here, we usually don't use the present perfect to talk about an action which has a beginning and end in the past. So instead of saying I have taken, I would say I took the TOEFL test on December 5th, 2015, or I did my best on the exam that I took on December 5th. That's the better way to say that. All right, so you got 15 points on reading, 17 points writing, 18 points speaking, and 9 in listening. So your listening skills are not so good, right? You say, how can I improve my English perfectly? I want to inform you I'm a student at a university from Nepal. Believe it or not, I get a lot of emails from Nepal, and I don't know why, but a lot of people from that country find me on the internet. But okay, we got to clarify something. There's really no such thing as having perfect English skills. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that you can be perfect, but I definitely think you can improve your academic English abilities so that you can succeed at universities all over the world. So first of all, don't expect perfection, right? Now, there's 3 things you have to do in order to learn a language, and you're learning English right now, right? Number 1, you have to be motivated. Number 2, you have to have a lot of practice. And number 3, you need to do this practice over an extended period of time. So motivation, practice, and time. It looks like that you're doing all of these things, right? So I'm going to give you some further tips or some study suggestions that you can do that I think will have a dramatic impact on your academic English language abilities, and ultimately you will get a higher TOEFL score, really. But you got to look at your subtotals here. You're getting killed in the listening. You're not doing very well in any section, really, right? So you need to improve in all 4 areas. So my recommendation is kind of I'm going to give you two levels of recommendations. The first level is things you can do right now to improve your English, but it's going to take time. Get in the habit, or stay in the habit if you're already doing it. Keep reading every day for about 45 minutes. I highly recommend this. Anybody who knows Michael will tell you, I will tell you to do this. This is called extensive reading. Read newspapers, magazines, and longer books. Do this for several months, maybe 4 or 5 months even. Right. In addition to doing the reading practice, number 2, you should also be doing listening practice every day. My recommendation here, if you have English TV, news, science, history, and documentary programs. These are all good listening materials for you. Now, as you're doing the reading and the listening practice, I recommend that you take notes. That means you have a sheet of paper, you got a pen here, and you start writing down the main and the most important supporting points of the reading and the listening passages. Now, if you don't have English TV, but you have access to the internet, which I think you do because you contacted me at my website, I have 3 specific websites that you can use right now. They will really help you with your listening. The first one, because your listening skills are so terrible, you want to focus on Randall's Cyber Listening Lab. That's the first listening website for you. Go through listening, go through the easy, medium, and difficult listening exercises there. Again, Randall's Cyber Listening Lab. I think Randall, R-A-N-D-A-L-L, then Cyber, C-Y-B-E-R, and then Listening Lab, right? That's number 1. Once you've gone through all those lessons, you feel pretty good about understanding that, then you can go to some more difficult material. I recommend number 2, TED Talks. TED Talks, TED Talks. You can watch a lot of videos. Now, don't be tempted to put the videos into your own language. Focus on listening to these videos in English. If you use closed caption, use English closed caption, right? The third website is National Public Radio. That's also a good website for you. All right, okay, let's move on. So you're already writing about the reading and the listening materials using your notes. You should be writing 3 250-word summaries each week. Now you should also practice speaking about the reading and the listening passages using your notes. This is also good practice. And what you want to do is you want to record. Use a computer. You see this? So you should record yourself, even if you want to record it using your webcam. Then you can watch yourself and listen to your pronunciation and all those things. But do at least 3 oral summaries each week. Each summary should be about 60 seconds. And you're focusing, again, using your notes, you're focusing on the main and the most important supporting points of the reading and the listening passages. Right? So there you go. Just doing that, if you do that for several months, a lot of good things are going to happen. Now, a lot of students want a little bit more help than just that. They want a little more motivation, so they may decide to join my online TOEFL course. Now, if you do, I'm going to give you some suggestions right now on how you can use my online TOEFL course to improve. My recommendation for you, based on your subtotal scores on the TOEFL, is first of all focus in the vocabulary, pronunciation, and the grammar sections of my course. Do that first. Remember, I have 7 sections. So do those 3 sections first. Then, once you've done that, now that'll probably take you 2 or 3 months. Once you've done those 3 sections, then do the listening and the reading parts of my course. That's another 1 to 2 months. And then finally, you can focus on the speaking and writing components of my course. And this is why a lot of students use my online course. Now, I'm just giving you a suggestion here. You don't have to use my course in the way that I'm saying, but I think it would be good if you did. But once you become one of my students, you'll have complete, unlimited access to all 700 of my vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, listening, reading, writing, and speaking sections. You get it all. As long as you have a good internet connection, you can access my lessons anytime for your subscription monthly payment of, I think right now it's set at $45. All right, so those are my suggestions for you. As long as you're one of my students, you can always send me emails. You can ask me questions about anything. If you need some motivational tips, you can send me a message. I will do my best to help you reach your TOEFL goals. All right? So anyway, thank you very much for your comments on my website. And if you have anybody else who's interested in preparing for the TOEFL exam, you can send them this video. And you can say, hey, here's this guy who teaches TOEFL. Here's what he told me and how I can improve my English. All right? Thank you very much.